Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by Advanced Gold Explorer Rox Resources, ASX code RXL. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the Managing Director of Rox Resources, Alex Passmore. Hi Alex.
Hi there, Matt.
So Rox Resources and its 30% JV partner Venus Metals are looking to breathe new life into the old Youanmi mining centre near Mount Magnet in WA. The area is littered with old pits and underground workings, most of which closed down in the 90s when the gold price was cellaring at about $400 an ounce. And it seems that every time Rox pokes a new hole under an old pit or next to an old underground working at Youanmi, it strikes more gold. Okay, Alex, first up, tell me the headline numbers from the historical gold production at Youanmi. How much gold did it churn out in its day and at what grades?
So 670,000 ounces of gold was mined between 1987 and 1993, and importantly, the ore that was mined to produce that gold was mined at 5.4 grams, which is very high by today's standards. And in fact, the last parcel of ore mined underground at Youanmi was 14.6 grams.
And it seems that the old timers left plenty of gold behind, right? What's your existing resource at Youanmi now?
They did. So our current inventory is 1.7 million ounces at an average grade of 2.85 grams per tonne. Now that comes from new discoveries, but also it is in some of the older ore bodies that were known by the historic miner. But a lot of that growth is from new positions.
What's the split between open pit and underground?
So there's an underground portion of high-grade underground at 8 grams per tonne for around 900,000 ounces of gold, and an open pit portion that's about 1.7 grams per tonne for around 800,000 ounces. Okay,
I know you've been furiously drilling out the project. What are the most recent drill results, if any, that are not included in that resource estimate?
So all of 2021's drilling is yet to be included in our 1.7 million ounce resource. So we can see substantial resource growth from here. Last year we added 39% to that resource, and we can see a similar sort of growth going forward for the next round of incorporation of results. You know, some of the highlights in some of our new areas: 17 metres at 5 grams, 9 metres at 4 grams. One of the more exciting recent new parallel lodes, 4 metres at 45 grams. So exceptional grades being encountered.
There are lots of historical pits and underground workings and indeed a decline at Youanmi. Can you make use of any of that infrastructure when you decide to go mining?
Yes, absolutely. The decline in particular is very useful. So a lot of our new discovery zones are quite close to that decline, and that extends to around 600 metres below ground surface at Youanmi, and that really isn't backfilled. It just needs dewatering and rehab, and off we go, and we can get into production there. So we don't expect the CapEx requirement to be too large, which is good.
Alex Passmore from Rox Resources, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears today. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB and 3AW websites and click the Public Companies tab.